to another Western Ag Life Voices podcast, where we celebrate the people that make up the rich fabric of the Western lifestyle. Please do us a favor and thank the sponsors, because without them, we couldn't bring you these free podcasts.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Paul Ramirez with the Western Ag Life podcast. I have one of my special friends on the podcast this evening, and we're going way up north, up to the Oregon country, and my friend Jake Cheechov is on there. Jake is with JW Club Lambs, and we're going to have a little discussion about a upcoming sale, online sale that he has starting next Monday, which would be January the 20th, and so thought I'd bring him on here. We're going to go and talk about each of the lambs in his sale briefly, and then let you get to know Jake just a little bit, and he'll tell you a little bit about their operations, and we'll get going from there. Now, Jake and I have been friends for over 20-some years. We're both auctioneers, and we've had lots of fun together. And
Yes, we have.
I nicknamed him a long time ago. I call him the Russian Rancher. So, Jake Cheechov, welcome to the Western Ag Life podcast. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing well, sir. It is so good to see you. And yeah, there's a lot of memories back there. A lot of time in the saddle between the two of us, and it's good to be here. Thank you for having me.
Hey, man. Yeah, Jake was the first person I ever did any professional night fishing with. So, yeah.
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 Well,
Anywho, we probably don't want to go there because I'm going to rate this for children. But anyways, good show. Hey, Jake. So, man, what a deal. You know, I know you've always kind of been dabbling a little bit in this club lamb deal, but you're starting to take it to another level. And, you know, with the AI and with the artificial insemination, I got to declare what AI is now. And, with the embryo transplants and, you know, all the things you're doing and that, I tell you, I looked through this offering that you have of these lambs coming up in your sale, and I, of course, not pandering to you, but every single time they're getting better and better, and I guess they're supposed to. But what's going on over there, and what are you doing? What do you think about your path you're on?
well, I don't know. I grew up in a show family, and I'm kind of competitive. And when my son decided he was going to be in 4-H and FFA, he got into the lamb thing, and Dad got a little carried away, I guess is probably the best way to say it. I started buying some sheep, and my wife told me we could have 10, and next thing you knew, I had 25, and then now we got 70 ewes, and which is way more than my wife says we should have. But it's just kind of it snowballs on you a little bit. I just really like having sheep around. I like having livestock around. I like lambing the ewes out. And probably the best part for me is seeing kids when they get their lambs and how excited they are and how well they do with their projects. I really enjoy that. My son's graduated out of high school now and in college, and so I don't get to share that stuff with him anymore. So now I have a whole bunch of kids that are my pseudo kids that are I get to kind of like live vicariously through them. So I really like that part of that aspect of raising livestock and being able to share it with kids and agriculture and the whole 9 yards.
Amen. Yeah, for sure. You know, in the agriculture, and of course, you and I sell lots of junior livestock sales too. But you know, I always start a junior livestock sale when I sell it by thanking the parents. Because really, the worst kid in a 4-H or FFA program is, would be the best kid on the street. I mean, that's just, we're raising animals, but really we're raising young people to be responsible, and to be diligent about following through with things. And it's just so many lessons learned in this. And so it's way, way bigger than just, the money and the time and so forth. It's just, we're raising kids, young people. And I don't
really,
think
in a lot of ways, we're raising the next generation of leaders.
Amen.
Because kids that come out of 4-H, they come out of FFA, they're not timid. They can usually talk in front of public. They are, they're gregarious. They go around. Like if you've ever sent your kid to go recruit a buyer to come to an auction, that kid learns a lot doing that. And I think, there's a certain there's a certain level of learning that they acquire through 4-H and FFA that they don't get anywhere else.
No, for sure.
They
For
they
sure.
uh, they become leaders, you know, in and out of the ring. So I think it's really
Well,
important.
for sure, you and I could talk for hours and hours about this. The premise of this podcast, though, is to talk about these sheep. And so, if you'll give us just a little light hit on about this, this offering that you have, and then I'll pull them up on the screen and we'll talk about each individual one. So, tell us a little
Sure,
bit about what's going to happen with your sale. So,
we
um,
we have been progressively getting better year after year, like you said. This year, I think is no exception. This might be the best set of lambs we've ever lambed out. I'm really aggressive with the genetics that we choose from, and we have started a flush program here at JW Club Lambs. So we have 5 donors that were off at RSG in Indiana, flushing out embryos, and we bred those to some of the best bucks in the planet. And um, those lambs are on the ground right now. They just lambed a couple weeks ago, and I'm really excited about them. And then this group here is our AI group. This is a group that we bred in June with Tyson Rule and Rule Sheep Company, one of the biggest operations on the planet, and pretty excited for this group. They're really nice set of lambs. Straight through, they're all pretty good. There's no dinks in the whole bunch. Just really nice uniform set of lambs.
perfect. And so, tell us a little bit about your sale. The lambs are already up online, correct?
Yeah, it's already posted. Bidding opens, I think, at 6 a.m. on Monday. Closes, I think, at 6 p.m. on Monday. So
Mm-hmm.
you've got all day Monday to bid on them. You know, we're hopeful that a large chunk of them end up down in California, because I think this group here, they're November born lambs, early November, so they would work for May, June fairs. You could kind of hold them if you had to a July fair if you wanted to, but this group here would be really good for that California spring fair run that they have down there.
And then you're going to have an open house tomorrow, a preview of the lambs.
That's right. We're going to have an open barn here at the house, 1 to 4. Everybody's welcome. We've got homemade pot of chili made that's simmering right now. In fact, I can smell it, and that should be all cooked down and nice by tomorrow. And then we'll have my mom's making homemade cornbread, so we'll have cornbread, chili, and Fritos, and soda,
Man,
and we'll get to look at some lambs.
amen. And so, tell people that you may be coming from Oregon or traveling there, how they're going to find you.
We're at 34570 Highway 58, Eugene, Oregon. We're right off the interstate on Highway 58, which is the road that goes from Klamath Falls over to Eugene, and we're right on we're a mile from the freeway from I-5, so pretty easy to find. If you want, you can call me at 541-913-7455. I'll give you directions. But yeah, we're right off the freeway, a mile from the freeway, and
And also, certainly Jake does a really good job of posting everything on Facebook. So if you
right.
haven't already got on their Facebook page, you should at JW Club Limbs. And I'm sure Jake will put the address and all the pertinent information about the open house there tomorrow here in a little bit, right, Jake?
Yep, yeah, we can post about it.
Perfect. All right.
Yep.
Well, we'll finish up. Let's look at what you got to offer here. Hold on a second. Let's see if everything pulls up here like it should. All right. Are you looking at them there, Jake?
I can see, yeah.
All right.
The wholesale.
So here we're going. Lot number 1 there. There you go. You got a what if weather. Now, did you pick these and put these in the order that you thought as far as which was the best down, or did you just kind of randomly
so
put them in there?
I don't know. Sale order, sometimes and as an auctioneer, sometimes it doesn't matter what order you put them in. The people are going to find the ones they like, and they go
Amen.
and bid on them. I like this weather a lot, and I like him because he's not your granddad's sheep. He's pretty unique in his build and his design. He's very, when you look at him, especially on the profile, he runs uphill. He's super long necked. He's really tucked up in his chest floor. Kind that just is really exotic made. And that's kind of hard to build one like that. He's got plenty of rib shape and hip to go with that. He stands on a pretty big foot. But I just really like how exotic he is. He's just really, when you kind of look at him in the pen, he stands out from everybody else because he's just built so uniquely. And a lot of lambs that you see at a very high level at some of these Texas majors, Arizona National, they're built this way. This lamb has a lot of potential to be the kind of lamb that could really take a deep run at some of those big fall shows. Um, Maybe Kansas City, I don't know. But just a really unique built, like structural wise, a really nice lamb that's built that way. And then, of course, with some maturity and some muscle added to him, this guy has a long ways to go. He could really play at a high level.
And sure got an incredible neck on him. And one thing that, as we're going through these sheep, you'll notice Jake really hasn't put the clippers on these sheep. And so you're kind of looking at them kind of in their natural state there, huh, Jake?
Yeah, they're only 6 weeks old. It's been pretty cold here. It's like 27 at night, so we haven't sheared them up at all. They're in their working clothes. I'm trying to keep them in the barn. They don't get out in the mud too much, but yeah, I give them a little exercise a couple days a week, but they stay kind of in their pen, not individually, but in a big group pen with the rest of the ewes. There's 30 ewes in that group and 30 some lambs in that group, so um, we try and let them out and let them run a little bit. We have a sand lot that we let them out on, but if the weather's not good, we don't let them out. So they stay pretty much in their working clothes all year round until they go home to the kids, and the kids, of course, kids can shear them off and do whatever they want with them. But yeah, they're pretty unique that way. We don't really have big pens where we can keep them in, let them run free. So
Perfect. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're finishing up. Here's lot number one. This is a what if on a drop draw, and you're a November born weather. Jake, let's go
yeah.
to lot number two.
So this guy here, I mean, well, he's out of kind of a famous ewe of Paglieros down in California, and I acquired that ewe full sister, kind of secondhand, from a kid down here had paid big money for her, and showed her for a year, and then um, I think he lambed her one time, and then he went off to college, and I bought his whole herd, and I really bought his whole herd, or bought his, I don't know if I bought them all, but I bought like 5 or 6 of them. And I bought those 5 or 6 so I could get this one because she's that good. Her sister won a bunch of stuff down in California, jackpot stuff in California, and then was a class winner and made the Supreme Drive at Arizona National probably 4 or 5 years ago for Paglieros. And they kept her as a donor, and now she's one of their top donors there at PBCL. So, um, pretty excited about this guy's genetics. Um, when you look at him, you can see that all the pieces are there. He's a natural, which he's going to stay dark. I don't know if he'll stay dark, but he'll stay pretty dang dark, I think. And he's real long necked, real long bodied, got a nice big rib set on him. Just a super good bodied kind of sheep. One that'll be real competitive pretty much anywhere you go with him.
Hey, amen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there's lot number two. There's you go. And we're going to go on to three, Jake. Lot three. Another what if weather.
So this is out of one of our favorite ewes. This is a Paradox ewe, and this is a what if on Paradox. And Paradox is a Enigma son of David and Wendy Boatman's, and he's dead now, sadly. But man, his daughters, they are weather making machines, and I have 4 of them, and it says in this description, I wish I had 40 of them because they're just dang, like you can cross them. I think you could cross them with a goat and still get one that would show. They're just so dang good. It doesn't matter what buck you use on them, you always get kind of a real showy weather out of them. And this guy's no exception. He's by far the stoutest made one in the pen. Big footed, long bodied, lots of muscle. This guy's going to be easy to feed, and he's going to feed up really well. And he's going to get right in that 135 to 140 range and just bloom. And this guy, I mean, he's a stout booger. If you're looking for, some people really like those hammers, man. If you're looking for a hammer, this guy will dang sure knock a nail down.
Yeah, that'll be him, huh? All right, we're going to lot 4. What if you?
This ewe lamb, whew, I've had more phone calls and text messages on this girl than any lot in the sale.
That was my pick.
I'll tell you what,
I told you earlier, it was my pick.
Yeah, I don't think I should. It's really hard for me to sell them sometimes, and a lot of second guessing goes into that. But this one here, I sorted 6 out of this group for keepers, and then I started counting up my flush group, and I've got 8 or 9 in that flush group that I'm pretty high on ewe lambs, and so I decided, all right, I guess I better trim that number down to 4. So here's one of the 2 that I sorted out of my keeper pen, and she's just a dynamic female. I don't think, she's as good as anything I run around here. And I'm really kind of second guessing whether I should have sold her or not. But, she's feminine, yet she's got tons of muscle. She stands on a big set of feet, lots of bone. She's clean through her shoulder. She's long necked. She's just really expressive. And one that, I know is going to go out and show really well, but then come home and be a weather maker, man. I mean, she's going to lay down and have babies for you for a long time. She's a good one. And her mom was a How High daughter that I sent down into Mexico, and they won a bunch on her. Won a bunch of jackpots down in that Sela country, whatever that is, Mexico, Arizona, Colorado, southern Colorado, back down in there. And then they took her to Arizona Nationals, and she kind of finished in the middle of her class at Arizona. But she was kind of, to be honest, kind of mature at that point and didn't really look lammy anymore. She was getting kind of more ewe. So I think she placed as high as she could there. But yeah, I really like this ewe. I think she's as good as anyone we've ever offered, and maybe the best one we've ever offered.
Yeah, when I first saw her, when I was scrolling through here, she hit me pretty hard. And you talk about one that wants to go uphill. I guess that would be her, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. That's a nice one. All right, we're going to 5.
Oh, this guy, well, we could probably talk about 5 and 6 together. These 2 are both out of twins. Or out of triplets, excuse me. Their weather's out of triplets. And, every once in a while when you AI, you get a little heavy handed with that PG 600, you'll get a set of triplets or a set of quads. And we got 2 this year. And it seems like every year when you get a set of triplets, there's usually 1 or 2 in there that are pretty dang good out of that group. And here's 2 that are just really good show lambs. Like if you're, if you're targeting a county fair, these 2 right here will go to a county fair. Now, both of these are not out of the same mom, but they're both triplets. So they're a little on the green side, but man, they ain't got all the pieces. Like structure-wise, you can't change structure. You can always add fat and muscle, but you can't change structure. So these guys got all the pieces. They're long-necked, clean-fronted, flat-backed. They run uphill. The first guy didn't photo real well, but man, when you get him on the move, he looks fantastic. He moves like a cat. And the second guy there, I mean, they're both really nice lambs that should go. If you're just targeting a county fair, these guys right here are kind of the ones you want to target because they're not going to be as expensive as maybe some of the other lots, but they're going to dang sure go out and be real competitive at a county fair level.
Amen. All right, and I guess we're going to finish with 7 here.
Here's another ewe lamb out of that sort, man. And so it's funny. Apprentice is a buck of Tyson's that I should probably buy. I missed out on buying his full brother, which is Mean Tweets. But I just love his lambs. I don't know what else to say. Of the 6 ewes I sorted out of that group, 5 of them were apprentice daughters, and I kept 4. And I just really like them. I think they're really well built. I think they're really feminine in their design, yet muscular enough, that they are attractive. It's kind of, and I don't know if your listeners are aware of this, but sometimes, like county fair level, you got to almost raise 2 kinds of sheep to be competitive in this world, because it kind of depends on whether you're trying to win Arizona National or Denver, or whether you're trying to win your county fair, because sometimes the judges at a county fair level aren't the same level or caliber as the judges at the big national level, right? So I've seen really good sheep, really high end sheep, get stuck in a class somewhere at their county fair, and then go on to state fair or Arizona National and be a class winner. Mm-hmm. And it's all because of the judges, the quality, the caliber of the judges. So sometimes you want a sheep that's kind of a county fair sheep, and this one here, she's out of a ton of my genetics. I've had some of these bloodlines 10, 12 years. We started out with some of them. She is just a really nice, solid, balanced sheep, and got a ton of muscle to them. Just nice built, and she's going to go. She may not be one that wins a lot on the jackpot circuit, but she's going to go home and be a replacement female that you're going to love, because she's just the right kind. And I have a bunch of them around here just like her, and I love them. That's what I like.
Amen. So. Amen. Well, we kind of wanted, my whole premise on this deal, Jake, was that we'd come on and, we'd talk a little bit about your sheep. But more importantly, I wanted to make sure that, you could put this out on your Facebook. So for people that are thinking about bidding online, they can jump on and take a look. And certainly let's give them your phone number one more time. And we'll get off here so they can get back to bidding.
So we're at Facebook under JW Club Lambs. We're on Instagram under JW Club Lambs. We're on Highway 58 in Eugene, Oregon, 34570 Highway 58. And my phone number is 541-913-7455. It is on SC Online on Monday. My phone number and the address is on the SC website. So if you can't find it, it's under JW Club Lambs on SC. We're using that platform this year. It's the first time we've used them. We're pretty excited to be on there. I think they're going to do us a really good job. And just really nice set of sheep. Hopefully everybody else agrees and they come look at them tomorrow. And I guess
one more time. What time's tomorrow again?
1 to 4 tomorrow, but you can come whenever. We'll be there. We'll be in the barn all day. Yeah. I think.
And certainly don't
first thing in the morning, so it's all nice and pretty for when people get there. And we're going to sort through the lambs and kind of make sure that all the sale lambs are up close. We're actually going to go out here in a little bit and sort the sale lambs out and take videos and post the videos to the lots on SC. So we'll have that on there. That should be posted tomorrow. And then we'll We'll have all the sheep there. Everybody can handle them. They can look at them. We'll have them in the rack, put them on a stand. We'll do whatever you want for them. You can take a good look at them.
Perfect. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've been visiting with JW Club Lambs, and we're talking with Jake Cheechov, and he's discussing his January 20th sale, which is on SC online auctions, and this is their Blue Diamond Fall Born sale. And Jake, we certainly thank you for coming on. I'm sure we'll talk more, and I wish you all the luck on Monday there. Get in there, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to have a wonderful opportunity to buy some really good genetics. Jake, we'll talk.
All right, buddy. You take care. Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be on here, and I look forward to talking to you again soon, bud.
Amen. Don't forget, if it's Western, it's probably us.
Thank you for listening to the Western Ag Life Podcast. Tune in again for another great episode. Thank you for listening.